We're going to keep the fun and games moving in our Breezy birthday special for Michelle Batton, as well as our October 2022 special. And we're going to be playing Jeopardy on the PlayStation 3. Let's see how it all goes.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. How's the weather? Board game history. From the Latin. NBA retired jerseys. Recently discovered presidential ads. And fictional characters. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 1, Charles Darrow created this game in the Depression, while dreaming of fame, fortune, and his summers at the Jersey Shore. It's Player 1. That is correct. A game imported from India is called both Shoots and Snakes and These. Player 1? Good for you. While out of work, Alfred Butts created this word game by mixing anagrams with crossword puzzles. Yes, Player 1? Yep. Hasbro says this game was invented by a wealthy couple while aboard their luxury boat. Player 1? Right. In the 1950s, Parker Brothers took a French game called Conquest of the World and turned it into this. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. Please pick again, Player 1. What a happy ending. This title orphan of a Dickens novel is adopted by Mr. Brownlow. Player 1? Good. This character in the legend of Sleepy Hollow is said to be the ghost of a Hessian trooper. Let's hear it, Player 1. That is correct. Player 1? She is the narrator of To Kill a Mockingbird. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yep. Player 1. Two names that follow Gerald, who speaks in weird sounds instead of words in a Dr. Seuss story. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. In a story by Rudyard Kipling, this mongoose protects an English family from snakes. Player one? Good. You again, player one. This type of sphere with a map of the Earth depicted on it has a name from the Latin for sphere. It's player one. That is correct. Player this one? Kind of book is quite handy. Its name comes from the Latin for hand. Player one? No. Anyone else?
Oh, phooey.
The correct response is a manual. Player one. And here's Kelly.
A non-structural embellishment at the end of a calligraphic letter is called one of these, from the Latin for flower.
It's player one. That's it. So the name of this fin on a shark's back comes from the Latin for back. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player Texas A&M's Coastal Engineering Lab studies the coastal type of this, from the Latin for to gnaw. Okay, player one. No, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Yes, player two. That's it. All right, let's get back into this. Player two has control. Los Angeles Lakers, number 32. Let's hear it, player one. Yep. Philadelphia 76ers, number 6. Player one? Yes. Boston Celtics, number 33. Yes, player one? That's correct. Indiana Pacers, number 31. Okay, player one? You got it. New York Knicks, number 33. Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. We return to you, player one. September 4th, 2007 was the first time that two of these, Henriette and Felix, made landfall on the same day. Yes, player one? That's correct. Player Mountain one. Passes speed up hot, dry air, giving this U.S. state its Santa Ana winds. Player one? No. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. California. So the forecast is cloudy with a 30% chance of these, characterized by the sudden start and stop of light rainfall. Okay, player one? Yes. Player High one? Clouds may bring this type of damaging precipitation, especially to the alley for it in the Rockies. Okay, player one? You got it. You answer. It's the Daily Double. And you're in the lead now. You need to select your wager. Answer this. Longer autumn nights let the ground cool, producing condensation, and the ground type of this. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. You again. He said a nation half slave and half free can't exist. I say he's wrong. I'm Stephen Douglas, and I approve this message. Okay, player one. That's right, way to go. Player so what if he's the first West Point grad president? Some say he drinks. You decide. I'm Horace Greeley, and I approve this message. Yes, player one? Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Oh no. Oh, Philly. Oh,
Player
Philly.
three? Yes. Player three, you start us off. In 1814, this general had a pirate, Jean Lafitte, help him in New Orleans. What's next? I'm John Quincy Adams, and I approve this message. Yes, player one? That's correct. You elect him? I say in 7 months the economy will be in shambles. I'm Al Smith, and I approve this message. Yes, player one? That's not it. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. Herbert Hoover. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Alex Hamilton wants him to be president. Them's fighting words. I'm Aaron Burr, and I approve this message. It's player one. Right. Player three is in third place, and we'll select first in the Double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. Arabic. The body human. Amelia Earhart. Title ballet women. Beekeeping. And Crescent City rolls. Player three, make a selection, please, as we continue. This term for a group of bees refers specifically to the group that flies from the hive to form a new colony. Okay, player one. You are correct. Okay, drones don't sting, and queens only sting other queens. So only worry about these bees, 95% of a hive's population. It's player one. Yes. Answer, the first of the daily doubles. You are in first place. You need to select your wager. Here is your daily double clue. Honey is produced by the evaporation of this drink of the gods that bees collect from flowers and then regurgitate. Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. Player one. Glands on a bee's abdomen convert the sugar in honey to this building material. It's player one. Good. A major concern for beekeepers is CCD, this disorder. Player one? Yes. Player one, Amelia's first plane was bright yellow and named for this songbird. It's player one. Yep. In June of 1928, Amelia became the first woman to fly across this body of water, though she was only a passenger. Okay, player one. Yep. In 1935, Amelia flew solo in about 18 hours from Wheeler Field in this state to Oakland, California. Player one? Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about Hawaii. Player one. On her last flight, Amelia Earhart took off from this large island. It's player one. Good. Amelia was promised her independence when she married a member of this prominent publishing family. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player one, a shamal is a wind that whips up this blinding phenomenon. Okay, player one. You got it. Player the number 3 is talata, and this day of the week is El Talat. Let's hear it, player one. You are correct. Player the name of this headdress for men may be related to the word coif. It's player one. Good for you. Player change one letter in wade to get this. A gully that's dry except during periods of rain. Yes, player one? Correct. We in Arabic follow a hope about the future, like the train arriving shortly, with this, meaning God willing. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Please pick again, player one. This pigment in blood transports oxygen. Yes, player one? That's correct. Player one, microscopic shaggy hairs called villi line the walls of this digestive organ. Okay, player one? Nope. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. The small intestine. In the arm, the name of this muscle precedes brachii. In the leg, femoris. It's player one. That's right, way to go. The human brain has billions of connections across these gaps between neurons. Okay, player one. That's it. Sometimes caused by tooth grinding, the disorder known by these 3 letters can lead to a clicking jaw. Okay, player one. Right you are. Player one. In The Buccaneer, Yul Brynner played this pirate who aided Andrew Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans. It's player one. Right. In a 1953 comedy, Abbott and Costello try to go to this planet, but end up at Mardi Gras instead. Player one? That's it. Critic Michael Kleinschrott said of this star in The Big Easy, the very worst example of a New Orleans accent. Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. In this movie, Bette Davis plays a Southern belle who loses Henry Fonda when she wears a red dress to a ball. It's player one. Nope. Any other takers? Okay, player 2. Correct. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 2, you make the next selection as we... Answer. The other daily double. You're in second now, but with an opportunity to catch up a bit. So, what's your answer? New Orleans Set, The Cincinnati Kid, with him in the title role, is one of the great poker movies of all time. That's not it. Here's what we wanted. Steve McQueen. Player 2, back to you for our next selection. 1949 saw the first ballet version of this operatic Bizet work that features Don Jose and a toreador. Okay, player 1. That is correct. The evil priest Frollo wants Esmeralda, but she's saved by a man named this. It's player 1. And good. Margot Fontaine dazzled audiences as Princess Aurora in this ballet. Okay, player 1. Right you are. This Kenneth Macmillan ballet intrigues with the curious story of the last of the 4 daughters of Tsar Nicholas II. Okay, player 1. Yes. And the last clue for $2,000. This Greek gal falls for her stepson Hippolytus in a ballet based on Racine's tragedy. Okay, player 1. That is correct. Oh, sorry. Player 2, you'll not be progressing to Final Jeopardy. We're back. The category for Final Jeopardy today is Midwest Topography. What are you going to wager? Now it's time for the Final Jeopardy clue, and here it is. This state has the largest sand dunes complex in the United States, just north of a river named for its flatness. And your response?
Nebraska.
And this correct response
so I know
will
I'm
add
right.
how
I'll end
much
up with
to your
100 grand,
score?
and I'll see you all for another game.
Did you come up with the correct response? And that correct response will add... Player 1, congratulations to you. So long, everybody.